I am Nikki StJohn. I am a FP&A Manager with Gannett USA Today Network. So I work in media and I manage a team of several analysts that all work through compensation issues. What I love about working in finance and then as an extension compensation and commissions is being a problem solver. Every day I'm giving hopefully solutions, whether it's solving for an individual person or solving for a bigger company issue of how do we drive revenue or how do we incentivize this behavior, and constantly just looking for solutions to problems. And that's the thing I love about it. There was a view within our company at one point that we were just human calculators. We were just out there taking numbers and spitting other numbers out. And being able to take a team and help them become partners to our sales teams, to our HR teams. And I think of our team as we're kind of like a triangle. We're one corner, our HR is another corner, and then our sales team is the other corner. And we're really helping find a partnership and to be able to build a team to do that, that all is working towards that goal was something that I envisioned, I think it was about 7 years ago that I took the role. And to be able to see that happen has been a wonderful thing. And as I see that team grow, they're able to identify things, maybe we could do this piece of the compensation plan differently. Why haven't we done X, Y, Z, for our sales team? And they're bringing those ideas to me, and we're able to produce something that is not only very important to our sales teams, just in terms of they're getting money, but being able to do it as a partnership. And we're not, when I first joined the finance team, again, I was coming over from sales, and I was told that finance was the revenue prevention program or the revenue prevention department. And to be able to prove that we're not, that we are their partner. There's so many things I can say Xactly has improved. As I mentioned, when I started working with Xactly, we created a team at the same time to do it. We went from having about 50 to 60 analysts across 130 sites to one team of 15 to 20. We've fluctuated in numbers, but people that are really focused on that. And to be able to have a partner that's helping us make sure that we're being consistent and helping us meet audit controls. And the accuracy level that we've been able to have with Xactly has been so much better than what we had when we were working off individual calculators. And somebody would send me something in a calculator, in an Excel calculator, and say, this is the number I got. Where in the world did that come from? And I can access all of that. And being able to be at Upside and meet with our Xactly partners and say and learn about everything Xactly is trying to do to make, as I mentioned, the partnership is so important to us. The partnership with sales, and I see that with Xactly. I see the tools that are being built are to help us with that partnership, and that's really special. And then on top of that, the things I see that Xactly is doing in their communities. It's a company that I would like to be associated with. They're out in the community. They have really great values as a company, and that's something that's really important to me when I think about the people that I want to work with. I'm going to be honest, we haven't used any other compensation programs besides Xactly. What we did in the past was Excel calculators and individuals kind of all doing their own thing. At Gannett, we went from working with some just kind of homegrown CRM program to going to Salesforce, and then moving into an Xactly program, and just seeing how all those things can work together has been really exciting. I want to continue to try to advocate for the Xactly systems or the Xactly products that I've seen, and hopefully we can continue to grow with that. And then with the addition of the AI tools and things like that, I love being able to go to my sales leaders and say, you're gonna love this new reporting. You're gonna love the things that you're able to see on your dashboard. You're gonna love the abilities that you have, where right now you've got to come to us and you've got to beg us, and we go, oh, but we don't have time because we're trying to pay you right now. That they can do some of that themselves, and they can see some of those trends. And I just think that's a really exciting thing to be able to offer to our partners, and not just our sales partners, but also our C-level, our C-suite finance people. And we work very closely with HR, and to be able to produce these things quicker, and even possibly give them access to it so they can do it themselves. I just think that's a really exciting tool. I think the reporting. I was at Upside last year. I kind of saw the introduction of it, and I started writing down ideas of the different things that we do now that I think maybe could be done differently. And so I really just want to see where that takes us. What type of information can we give that's actionable? How can I build a report, build analytical information, and to be able to join those tables and put it into something that is visually attractive as well? I think that just makes it so much easier to digest the information and take action on it. I think is network. Talk to, whether it's other people within your own company, your own community that are using Xactly, or the bigger community. I love coming to events like Upside just to learn from other people. It's like, how are you using it? And what challenges are you having? And sometimes it just makes me feel less alone. Like, I think I'm the only one facing these issues. I think I'm the only one that's, struggling with this or that. And then I come to these things and I network with other people and I go, oh, we're all having this problem. Or maybe somebody in that group is gonna say, but I found a solution. And I think just sharing best practices and finding ways to find other people that are using, Xactly and doing compensation is hugely beneficial. I think one thing I didn't mention is that, as I said, I've been with Gannett for 23 years. So when I think compensation plans, I have this box that these are how our plans have always worked. And having the ability to talk to people through, whether it's working with someone specifically at Xactly, or just other Xactly clients, and talking to them about what do you do with your compensation plans, may unlock an idea that we never considered. And that's one of the things I was most excited about being able to do. Get outside of my box, get outside of what I've always known, and figure out what else is out there. And so I think my best advice is make sure you're taking advantage of that with the community. You can online, going to events where you can meet other people. I think that just really leads to better practices within any company.